And Judas Iscariot sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. He sold Christ for 30 pieces of silver. Unfortunately, we have many descendants of Judas Iscariot in our world today who are still willing to give up Jesus in their lives for even less than 30 pieces of silver. They want to hang on to things in their life that amount to nothing rather than coming to church and serving God. They backslide and say, "I'll come when I'm a bit older. I just want to enjoy this little sin for a little longer." They sacrifice the worth of Jesus. Then the unsaved will say, "Well, I'm only 20 years old. I'll live it up. And when I'm 50 or 60 or 70, then I'll come to Jesus." They're selling Jesus like Judas Iscariot did. I'm reminded of a story of a man who lived 150 years ago, born and raised in England, immigrating to America. And so he sold all his riches and bought a great big diamond. Gone, bought a boat and sailing across the ocean to America with all these great riches in one diamond. And the first day went up on the boat and the deck and stood up in the front of the boat, watched the ocean coming and going. He took out his beautiful diamond from its container, held in his hands, glistening in the sunshine and admiring it. And then people started gathering around. They couldn't help looking at this huge stone. And so the next day he did the same thing, and a bigger crowd came. Then the third day he was so intrigued by this huge crowd that he thought, "I wonder what happened if I just threw it up in the air a little bit like that." And when he did, everybody went, you know. So then the fourth day came, and now there's a huge crowd of people around him. So he thought, "I'll have a little fun. I'll throw it up real high and see how they react. I'll keep my eye on their faces." So he threw it up real high. I was watching their faces, gasping. And of course, he took his eye off the ball and dropped it. It bounced on the boat floor and then over the edge. And he ran the rail and he saw it going down, 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 hit the water and disappear in the blue ocean. And in a flash, in a moment of time, he realized what a very, very foolish thing he had just done. He was totally crushed, embarrassed in front of all those people as he realized he's lost his entire fortune and now he's a poor man. How foolish that looks to us. And yet there are so many of us doing exactly that with our soul. Doing exactly that with our soul. We're willing to risk our soul instead of serving God. It's up to us to reach out to those foolish people and bring them back to Christ, or bring them to Christ, because they are not in their right mind. They're not in their right mind. The older brother would not go into the party, even though his father was begging him. The older brother was offended. He had bitterness, unforgiveness, resentment, and pride in his heart. He did not depend on the grace of God, the mercy of God to meet his needs. He insisted on earning everything with his own ability. He wanted nothing that he didn't earn and work for. And he was angry with his father for what he had done to his young brother, and he was jealous of what his brother had received. He was messed up. Messed up. He was not willing to show mercy and compassion to his brother who was lost on his way to hell in a foreign country. He did not rejoice when that lost soul came back into fellowship. And if I really love you today, I need to say something that will prepare you for the day that you stand before God on Judgment Day. That's one thing you cannot avoid. That's one meeting you will not miss, is Judgment Day. Standing before God. And you will not be late. That day is sooner now than it ever has been. Go figure. And I can't say that I have prepared you for that day if I haven't motivated you to reach out to lost sinners.
Thank you for watching Dr. Theo's YouTube channel. We will continue to offer encouraging and life-changing highlights from Dr. Theo's past, present, and future series and messages. Please take the time to like and share the videos. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.